Good morning. Um, Hope that everyone is doing all right. Yes, I will rate all your records at no charge. Hey, good morning, Jerry. We are going to talk a little bit about Bonnie Pointer. Yeah, I like the Pointer Sisters. I like the song Slow Hand. Unfortunately, Bonnie's not on that song. Pointer Sisters was a quartet, and when you welcome me, Mr. Record rate, you will rate all your records at no charge. Good morning, Mike. Yeah, and so when I got in this morning, I went and checked to see what I had. As far as Bonnie Pointer, she did a lot of solo stuff after she left the Pointer Sisters, and yeah, so that was really interesting. But of course, they had huge success in the '80s with Neutron Dance. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, cousin. How are you? I really liked your video. I haven't replied yet, but I really liked it. Hey, good morning, Adam. How are you? You know, as I was taking everything out of the boxes and put it on the counter so I could make the video really quick, I saw something. I went, ooh. I mean, I wasn't flipping, I wasn't looking, but I was like, ooh. And so I thought about you. Sleepy is good. Here's the record, the best of the Pointer Sisters, and it's a 2-disc set. And here's where it shows the quartet. There's 4 sisters, and Bonnie's one of them. But when Bonnie left to do her own solo stuff, the Pointer Sisters became a trio, and so there you go. So Bonnie was there for the earlier stuff, and but, you know, they had huge success in the '80s. So the best of the Pointer Sisters, 2-disc set, and then here's a Bonnie solo record. Bonnie Pointer. This is one of her solo records. This one is a gold stamp promo. And this one has when I was looking at the Wikipedia page last night, I saw that there was a lot of songs that Bonnie had. So some of them I recognize. So I'll definitely get an opportunity to listen to these records today and tomorrow and Thursday. Yes, Mike, we've had some protests. We've had some wonderful protests in our town. We had a beautiful Sunday night at our state capitol, which is in Raleigh. Hundreds gathered, candles, and at 8:47 p.m., everyone was silent for 8 minutes and 47 seconds. And not only at the Capitol, but some of the neighborhoods like Oakwood and some of the other neighborhoods in town. And people went outside and lit a candle on the porch, and it was just beautiful, wonderful images floating around. So yes, Mike, we've been doing that. Adam, can't wait to see. Yeah, I'm happy for you. Alan C. Records, good morning. Coffee and Vinyl is back. Fingers crossed. If that means anything. And Alan, I wanted to reach out to you about the Heather record. I'd be glad to go ahead and ship it, or we can wait, whatever's good for you. So thank you everyone for coming. I got to get over here to YouTube and open up a chat. And my phone is blowing up this morning. It is on fire. It's on fire. Okay, I'll open up my chat so I can do some modding my channel, please. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to mute my microphone just for a second so I can open up that. I did it. And so I got my little pop-out chat going on here. Good morning, Lisa C. How are you? Good question, Alan. Hey, hopefully I'll be a little more organized. I did reopen both the Raleigh location and the Wake Forest location, so still fine-tuning, making some things. I got to put a shield up in front of my counter here in Raleigh, so hopefully soon. Carol, I think I did. Absolutely. Where the lily? What the lily? I don't know. Hey, Joanne, how are you? Hope you're doing well through this crisis. You and yours. Miss seeing that really cool guy in your life come over and hang out with me, and we talk music. So maybe sometime soon he'll be able to do that. But hey, hey, let's get started. Well, there was a magazine I wanted to share everybody. So this is Classic Rock, and it's the exclusive interview with Kiss. It's the 40th anniversary special. The complete Kisstory. It says it has a CD in it, 2 CDs, but I didn't get no CDs. But you know, all sorts of hair tips. Yeah. Mel's crazy. Mel's crazy. Yeah, Mel crazy. I have the best post. I have the best mail carrier. Joanne, you might have the same mail carrier at your office. His name is Joe. He's awesome. But when he's off, watch out. If at 2:30 he's not here, I call the post office. I got the number to the back room, and I was like, "Hey, is Joe off today?" And so yesterday they came and picked up my parcels, but they didn't bring my other thing, and I was like, I called him back up and I said, "Hey, let's look at this tracking number together." And they said, "Yeah, you're right. We'll send her back out there." Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Ooh. All right. So anyway, this was interesting. It's always neat to see classic or older rock and roll magazines. Look at this, Rock Candy. And I just love it. Of course, I love the hi-fi ads, but I don't think there's any hi-fi ads in here. Maybe an RCA something, I don't know. But it's just interesting. And if you like to do any type of rock and roll collage, these things are just fun. They're great for imagery and things like that. Okay. Oh yeah. And so yeah, it was a concert. Bank holiday, 23rd to 25th of May. Anyway, I'm gonna put this to the side so we can continue on. I think I'm gonna show the cassettes first. And like I said, I took everything out of the box and the bags, and I just kind of laid it on the counter, but I was careful not to look at them. I didn't thumb through them or anything, so it's all gonna be a surprise. So this right here, folks, is cassettes, but it's four of these little things that you slide together. I think I remember these. I think I had some and my cousin had some. And then I remember in the 90s getting some for Atari video games. So here we got a bunch of cassettes. So let's take a look and see what we can do. Well, this was exciting for me. You know, I love these factory sealed cassettes. And I'm going to put it right in there, folks. I'm going to put it right in there. Absolutely. So I'm excited about that. And here's another factory sealed blank cassette. And both of these are high bias, so that was a big plus. Okay. The Church, Top Gun, Alligator Stomp, Blue Volume 2 and Volume 3. It's a Rhino, and Alligator Records is known for blues, a lot of Texas blues. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Oh, well, this might be Volume 1. This might be the beginning of it. Okay. K.D. Lang. Hipster's Holiday. I love it. What is on here? It's a Rhino compilation. Vocal, jazz, and R&B classics. Various artists. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Louis Armstrong, Eartha Kitt, the Marquis, Boogie Woody Santa Claus, Mills Davis, Lionel Hampton. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to see that. I love the Church. Marty Piper, awesome. Dean Martin, F-I-L-E, File, Cajun Dance Party. Two Left Feet. There's another F-I-L-E, File, Filet. Here's a cat named Clifton. Oh my gosh, it's on an Antelope. Oh my gosh, this might be fun. That might be totally fun. It looks like it could be, oh, okay. So this might be Cajun music. Okay, gotcha, Cajun music. I was thinking South African funk or something for a second. Buckwheat Zydeco. Apparently this person really liked blues and liked that. Oh, Robert Cray. I've never seen this cover before. I like Robert Cray. He was very cool. I like Cajun. Let's see. Carpenter's Close to You. Speaking of Carpenter's Close to You, who's gonna be all interested in any Paul McCartney I have? Where's Richard? Oh my stars! What's going on, Richard? Where are you? He said he was going to his bar. Did anybody call the bar last night? I didn't. Squirrel Hill or Squirrel Town or something. E.T. That's cool. Close Encounters of the Third Time. Yeah, I wonder too. I was thinking about I could call him up and say, "Hey, is Paul McCartney in tonight?" Okay, here's a compilation. This looks like a cool comp. And this is the Raiders Indian Reservation. I've had that on vinyl before. It sounds good. This is the Carpenters. We should have called. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, we'll figure out what next time he goes, and we'll call them. The Carpenters. Hey, Richard, your ride's here. We can't be too mean to him, but it would be kind of fun to say something with Paul McCartney or something. Kenny Rogers in the first edition. Okay, and here we go. So these are the cassettes that slide in like this. I like this idea. I really do. The only thing is I think you probably get dirt in there, especially if you put them in your cases like that. But it's neat because the jacket or the paper goes all the way around. It looks like it's one sheet of paper. Okay, so there you go. But unlike the 80s where it unfolds and you have a big long thing to look at. But this is the Ballad of Calico. Oh, Kenny Rogers in the first edition. I've had this on vinyl before. Yeah. Gilbert O'Sullivan. Alone Again. Naturally. Oh, and look what there it is. Alone Again. This was me during April and May. Well, year round. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Another Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Oh, this one looks interesting. Led Zeppelin with this type of case. Does anybody know the proper name for this type of case? Oh, that's cool. Look at the color. I'm sure some Led Zeppelin, somebody somewhere or another would really like to have this one. This is really neat. I don't think it's a clamshell. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. And here's the last cassette, the one that I caught out of the corner of this eye when I was taking everything out of the bags. This is cool. And look, the cover is not scuffed up. It doesn't have marks. The Norelco case, which is great. It's not moldy smelling. The pad, I think the pad is missing, but that's not a biggie. Oh, the pad is come unglued, so the pad is in there, but that's no problem at all. I'm sure everybody knows how to reglue pads to their cassettes. Yeah, I thought you might, Alan. Yes, Lisa, how are you? It is pink. Thank you so much. Oh, Alan, please reach out with me with email if you don't mind. Let's put my email address in here. I was just going to do an unboxing day. I wasn't thinking selling, but I don't mind getting emails. That's for sure. So anyway, so this is fun, folks. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. And I did order a couple cases of cassette holders. So I'm gonna, of course, they're new. They hold maybe this many, okay? But I think it holds 15 or 20, but they can be mounted to the wall if you like. Slip covers it is on B. Those are called slips. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I tell you one thing, Mike, you don't know what you're missing. You're gonna have to get with the program. Cassettes are cool. So anyway, this is neat. If I find more, I can just slide them in. They lock together. Okay, too much time. Okay, I got to put these cassettes somewhere so I can get on with the show. So these are going on the wall. That's exciting. That's exciting. So it looks like the Kiss was really cool, and it looks like this Led Zeppelin was really cool. And if you know how to repair cassettes with the phone, put one in the chat. Your car has a cassette player? That's awesome. If you know how to repair cassettes, the little foam, whether it's gluing or just total replacement, put number 1 in the chat so I know you know how to do that. Yeah. Okay, got some VHS, folks. Got Fleetwood Mac, The Dance. This is going to be fun to watch. I have a VHS. Oh, I might take this to Wake Forest today. I have a VHS player in Wake Forest connected. This is Eric Clapton. It's 24 nights. 24 nights. It looks like it's a concert. Yeah. Phil Collins is on here, Buddy Guy, Robert Cray, Greg Fillinangus. I think he was part of the Toto crowd. Chuck Levine, Chuck Lavelle, National Philharmonic Orchestra. Oh, Michael Camden. Michael Kamen. Yeah. This is awesome. Ray Cooper. I always get Ray Cooper and Roy Cooper mixed up, or Ry Cooter. Wait a minute, so much stuff going on, I don't know. This is interesting. Rock and Roll, A Search for God. I think this is one of those things like, if you listen to rock and roll, Jesus doesn't like you, but if you play it backwards, you get to hear the devil's messages or something. I don't know. Yeah. There's a quote on here from John McLaughlin. One night we were playing and suddenly the Spirit entered into me and I was playing, but it was no longer me playing. Now, was that the Jesus Spirit or the Devil Spirit? I don't know, but that's interesting. All right, folks, got some CDs. Let's go to the CDs next. This one I'm getting ready to show you happened to be on the very top, and I started ripping it into my iTunes library, and it's awesome. I can't wait to show you. But the records are right there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I started ripping this. I have this on vinyl, folks. It's it's really hard to find on vinyl, and I'm hoping that maybe one day it'll get released. It'll be great. Nobody knows how to repair cassettes. Um, it'll be great. It'll be great to have like a record store day of this reissued with maybe some extra tracks or something. But this is a really good record. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Don't tell Alan C Records that. So Mike's got it's 2004 Toyota. It has cassette and CD. Awesome, that's great. You recently that's a good. Oh, TV with it, huh? So that means it's like really tall. I remember seeing those. I used to have that set when I moved last year. Well, you know what? Time is here. That's creepy. What's creepy? Oh, what John McLaughlin? They said the same thing about Angus Young. It is a good live album. It is a wonderful album. I have it on vinyl. It is harder to find than you can think. So, folks, does anybody know how to repair cassettes? How to put a foam in there if it goes bad? Because that's one of the things we have to do when we play cassettes. Okay. So we got Dire Straits, Queen, Greatest Hits, Lady Antebellum, Fleetwood Mac, Eric Clapton, and the cases are nice and shiny, which I like that. Yeah, so that's really cool. I heard so many things in my life about that. Those pastors that would visit your church and talk about this, talk about that. Eric Clapton. Oh, I've never seen this cover before. Oh, now I like Steve Winwood. Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood. What is this? It's a 2-disc set. Don't tell me they're playing together live from Madison Square Garden. Now, were they individuals playing and it was recorded, or were they playing together? Ooh, I like Steve Winwood, so that's worth a try. They might be giants. The foam goes behind the cassette, and so when the head of the player hits the tape, it kind of gives a little bit of cushion. There's a little piece of metal in there that the tape can go back and that allows the tape to go back and forth. So it's just not so hard on there. Rod Stewart, Storytellers. I think there might be more than one. The Great American Songbook. DJ Ricardo presents. Oh, Out America. There you go. Chuck Berry. Dwight Yoakam. I like Dwight. He's awesome. Clint Black. I think he's country. Oh, here we go, folks. Steve Winwood. I like him. I like Traffic, and I like Spencer Davis Group. I like Steve Winwood. I like his voice. I think he plays keyboards really well too. ZZ Top. Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah. Let's carry on. Elvis. The Black Crowes, there they are. Chris Robertson and his brother and some other people. Journey. Can't go wrong with Phil Collins. This is Stevie Wonder. I'm not sure if I know this record. I don't know. It's on Motown. A Love, A.O. Heart, A Time to Love. Oh, A Time to Love. There you go. Robert Cray band featuring the Memphis Horns. Haven't seen that one before. This looks interesting. Oh my stars! This might be worth a spin myself. Last Man Standing, Jerry Lee Lewis. But when you open it up, all right, does anybody know the title of this group? Anybody? Put it in the chat. What's the title of this group? Oh, I remember seeing a picture of you. Yes, yes, I saw them play last night. I saw them play that night. Oh, you did? Wow. Yes, Robert Cray was one of the Doug Clark and the Hot Nuts. Yes, he was. There's some more images. So this might be kind of interesting, but it looks like 50 years ago, Sam Phillips' legendary Sun Records in Memphis, Tennessee was a home of Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Roy Orbison, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis, the founding fathers of rock and roll. Today, Jerry Lee Lewis is that last man standing. And of course, you know, this is just someone's thoughts, words. We can always think about Little Richard. I think he was important for the rock and roll as well as Bill Haley, and I'm sure Sister Rosetta Tharpe, and I'm sure there's tons more that I just don't think about, or some that I just never knew about, because for every hair metal band, there was a band who was the grandfather who kind of started it off. Yeah, they played Red Hat that night. Yeah. Billy was so fun to hang out with. He really was. The $1 Million Quartet. Congratulations, Alan. You're exactly right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, am I going to have to do a video to teach people how to repair cassettes? I saw that live show with people acting as those 4 artists. Oh, yeah. So this says it's duets. Duets with Jimmy Page, B.B. King, Bruce Springsteen, Mick Jagger, Ronnie Wood, Neil Young, Robbie Robertson, and the list goes on. Chris Christopherson. Oh, should be highlighting everybody. Yes, you would like a video of how to repair cassettes? I can make that happen. But I will need a hand. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Pandemic, social networking, social distancing. I forgot how to make it happen. Yeah, I forgot how to make it happen. Printed my labels. I got to ship some stuff today. Oh, here we go. There is more Rod Stewart. I knew there was. So I'm going to listen to that Jerry Lee Lewis. It looks like it's going to be interesting. More of the Rod Stewart. What's it called? It's called Storyteller. First Cuts the Deepest. You never know how these labels put together stuff. Is Richard Doyle in here yet? Oh my gosh, what's he going to do if I show some Paul McCartney? Oh my stars. Rod Stewart. Okay. Rod Stewart. This is a good one. I've had this one before. That one's a good one. But I like early Rod. And I like the Jeff Beck that had Rod Stewart. All right, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Jeff Beck had a record or two with Rod Stewart singing. Yeah. ZZ Top. I hope he isn't hungover either. I mean, yeah, I was. Are you sure you want to go, Richard? I'm cautious, but this one is. And this one, Ultra Lounge. Oh, I love the Ultra Lounge series. Is anybody familiar with the Ultra Lounge series? They're so cool. So this one is Ultra Lounge Vegas, baby. And it's got, Tony Bennett, Vic DeMonte, Louis Prima, Wayne Newton. Yeah, Julie Garland, Dean Martin. This is good music, folks. I love listening to this. Sometimes we think of this as lounge music, thus the name Ultra Lounge, but we also think of it as cocktail music. Yeah, so that's really neat. Okay, folks, it's time for me to get into the vinyl. I'll buy that Paul McCartney. Well, absolutely, Alan. We got to let Richard know that. And Tom, of course, I understand Tom. You know, he lives on the other side of the world, but I can understand him not being here early. Sometimes he does, but yeah. The first 2 Jeff Beck albums had Rod, and then yes, and we have a restaurant here called Vegas. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. One day I had a customer bring in some mailers, and they said, "Can you use these?" I said, "Of course." And I opened it up, and this was in there. It was in there. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, Mark P just posted a video. I have to go check it out later. If you guys don't know Mark P, he's got a good channel. Alan C Records has a good channel. Alan, you're welcome to put a link to your channel in the chat. That would be great. I'll be glad to approve it for you. Maybe Lisa C can help out there. She's good with stuff like that. Good morning, folks. Cheers. Let's everybody do the coffee cheer. I would say perhaps Alan. Absolutely. Oh, I didn't put my email address, so anybody like to reach out to me. I'm using my Gmail address just because it's easier to remember and it's shorter. Yeah, so here we go. Let's get started with the records. Cheers. There you go. Thank you. All right. So I got a big pile here, and I got a box. I got a box right here to open up. So I'm going to do the big pile first, and then I open up the box afterwards. Okay, here we go. Dave Grisman, hot dog. Yeah, this is cool. Now, Dave did some stuff with Jerry, but Tony Rice is on here. Stephanie Grappelli is on here. Yeah, Tony Rice. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a cool record. Ooh. Saturday Night Mood. Before Saturday Night Fever, we had Saturday Night Mood. Yeah. Occasionally people ask for Glenn Miller, so and it's not necessarily that cover is cool. It's not necessarily people who are like seniors. It's millennials that ask for that. A quote from one of them. I'm drinking out of the. Oh yeah, God forbid, let this be my apathy. The only proof he needed for existence was God. The existence of God was music. I can relate to that. Ray Anthony, wonderful jazz hooks. It's on the Capitol label. The Young Man with a Horn. Not as popular as some of the other horn players like Miles Davis or something like that, but it's really cool. This is the Manhattan Rhythm Kings. I'm not familiar with them, but it sure does have a really cool cover. I like this a lot. This might be one of the keepers for me to put on the wall or something. I like this. But it looks like it's a private press. And here's the cats. Here's the young lads. I feel funny holding my thumb up like that, folks. Please forgive me for doing that. It's not very respectful. The Manhattan Rhythm Kings play toe tapping, finger snapping tribute to the great music of the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Yeah, there you go. I'm thinking that perhaps they could be from New York. Dick Hyman plays on here. Recorded at RCA Studios April 19th and 20th, 1983. Well, this is going to be worth a listen. Oh, thank you, Cousin Carol. This is the Dorsey Brothers. Yeah. And I do have some customers that do get out there and check out some early jazz. This is Harry James, wonderful jazz. He did a wonderful record with Doris Day. It's just so cool. Yeah, it is some good stuff. Thank you, Carol. And earlier jazz sells more, I say now, of course, you know, not much has sold in the last few months, but in the fall, more earlier jazz is sold than ever before. This is on RCA's budget label, but this is Great Jazz Reads. There's some good players on here. Charlie Parker, for one, Coleman Hawkins, Pee Wee Russell, Ben Webster, I love Ben Webster, and Sidney Bechet. Oh, here's another one. And this one has some Louis Armstrong. Now, I did have a customer who ordered some records for, what if they're listening? I had a customer order some records for their husband's birthday. and they're picking him up on Friday, and he likes jazz. So I might give one of these as a bonus to him. You know, yeah. Where's my next pile? Here we go. So my pile's about this big, folks. So I'll grab another handful. Everybody realized the early jazz will be music comes around. Well, the important thing is, Mike, we get to listen to some really wonderful music, whether it's bop or swing or hard bop. It's really good to follow the evolution of that. Eddie Condon, this is a good record. It's on ABC Paramount. Yeah. Oh, this is on the Command label. Folks, Command records sound good. Yes, Ken Burns Jazz was a wonderful series. He did that. Benny Goodman, this is on the Command label, which is awesome. Oh, here's another Benny Goodman. I love the LP label. But yeah, it says Columbia LP. Yeah. Boy, you're up early. You better believe it. The Great News is on 24/7 radio. There you go. Spinning all the good stuff. Thank you so much. Oh, my stars. Is this not a cool cover, folks? The Vintage Goodman. Yeah, I got to show you something about this one. Yeah, Paul, we're up early, making it happen. Are you going live today, Paul? I've always wanted to have like a 24/7, well, not 24/7, but when I'm open, having a stream where people can look at, not necessarily YouTube. Yeah. If I could turn off comments and stream 24/7 or stream during the opening, that would be cool. Anyway, back to the talk. All right, so this is the Vintage Goodman. I love this image. It's so cool. But someone made notes. I love finding stuff like this because this is pre-love, folks. Somebody loved this so much. They so it has featuring Billie Holiday, Gene Krupa, Teddy Wilson, and many others. And then this person wrote on here dates. I don't know if they did research and this was actually when it was recorded or not, but like February 19th, 1931. Of course, this record is not that old. August 14th, 1934. So it could have been when they were the performances. Yeah, I haven't had Benny Goodman in a while, so this is good to get some Benny Goodman in for people, especially with the opening. I have some good records to put out, grab people attention and get them in here. But this is Benny Goodman with Fletcher Henderson. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. This is a wonderful image also of Benny Goodman, but look at the players on here. Benny Goodman, the famous 1930. This might be the one, folks. This might be the one. So I've had this before. The recording was 1938 at the Carnegie Hall. And folks, you would think that it was recorded yesterday. It is so good. I mean, I don't know. How many microphones do they have? They probably just put it on a a 2-track or maybe a 1-track 1/4-inch tape, and the mic placement, everything is just so good. But look at the players: Count Basie, Harry James, Gene Krupa, Lionel Hampton, Teddy Wilson, Lester Young, Buck Clayton, and Bobby Hackett. All of those are just wonderful names in jazz. Okay, here's another one. This is on 4-phase. I think I mentioned before 4-phase how good it sounds. Benny Goodman today. This is a gatefold. Let's see how it. I think it is a gatefold. It is. It is a gatefold. I can't see the display, so there's a whole bunch of players there. It's awesome. The master of the licorice stick. Gotta get rid of these notifications. It's blocking my view. Yes, it is early where Tom is the master. Carol, he wants to interview a jewelry person. Wow, Carol, my cousin will be famous. Well, hey, Jasmine, how are you? Sydney, Australia. What is it, like 9, 8, 10 p.m. there? Yeah, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it, Jasmine. Yeah, okay. Let's continue on. I'm going to continue on. The Benny Goodman. One thing, Benny Goodman had some, yeah. This is classical music, folks. I'm not very knowledgeable with classical music. A little more knowledge with the avant-garde classical music. Philip Glass, John Cage, and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, another handful. I love Pablo. This is Joe Pass. Swingin' Suedes. It's a compilation. Love the imagery there. I'm not familiar with it, so I'm not familiar with the players or anything. I'm not familiar with this guy, but it's definitely good on the wall because I'm doing transportation on the walls in Raleigh and Wake Forest, and that's one thing I'm going to work on in Wake Forest today is getting the walls switched out. Chicago and all that jazz. So when I see that it's on the Verve label, I think this must be pretty important. Let's see. Somebody by the name of Lil, L-I-L, Lil Armstrong. I wonder if it's Lewis's wife. Pee Wee Russell's on here, Jack Teagarden, Gene Krupa, Eddie Condon. And you start seeing these names on different covers and you get familiar with the names. Here's Eddie Condon. Oh, my stars. I've had this record before. It is so good. He plays wonderful jazz guitar. Do we have any guitar players in the house? If you do, put a number 1 in the chat. Number 1 in the chat if you play guitar. I play guitar, so I'm going to go ahead and say number 1 right here. Okay. More Eddie Condon. This was a good buyback, folks. I am so glad to get it. Oh, here's a wonderful example, folks. Oh, don't fall, please. So this is, sorry. This is an original press. Hey, Donald, how are you? Thanks for joining us today. And this is a reissue. Yeah. Carol, Carol, look up in the chat. Paul shared something with you. Yeah, so here we go. Take care, Paul. We'll see you later. You're welcome to put your link in the chat. I think Paul's been doing an afternoon show today. There's my nose called. So anyway, yeah. One says Columbia Special Products and one has LP. So that's interesting. So good to see you, Donald. He was like the Beatles. He was. Bob Dylan, Benny Goodman, you know. Scott Joplin doing some ragtime. Can't get wrong with that. Oh, this is going to go on the wall too. Look at this, folks. I like jazz. Oh, my stars. I can't wait to reach back to this person and let them know how good this estate is or this buyback. Yeah. I like jazz. I like jazz. I like jazz. I like jazz. Another thing about records, folks. Look at the imagery of this. Alan, is this what you see when you look out your window every day? Or at nighttime, rather? This is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gotham jazz scene. Bobby Hackett and his jazz band. I'm going to listen to this one. Paul, you can call. I think he's already gone, Carol. we're like strangers in the night, passing each other, strangers in the night. The Finest of Charlie Shavers. It's on Bethlehem record, which I'm familiar with, but I'm not familiar with Charlie. Charlie, there's a man who called. So Carol, you might have to reach out to Paul in a different way. This is Pete Fountain and Now Hurt. Now Hurt's got tons of records. It's always good to keep a couple of. I like the imagery. Here's Roy Clark hooking it. Yeah. And I tell you one thing, Maynard Ferguson plays his horn so much that he has to put it on ice when he finishes to cool it down. Hey, this is Maynard Ferguson, folks. I've never seen this one before, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah. Not at all. Not at all. I was trying to make it sound so interesting, Alan. Bix was an early jazz cornet player. Yes, he was born in my hometown of Davenport, Iowa. He died young at a lot of alcohol and drugs, cocaine, heroin in the jazz community. It is really interesting. I'm enjoying it. Absolutely. You might say that, Mike. You might say, oh, well. Maynard Ferguson. Look at there. Does he look a little bit like James Brown? Yeah. Maceo. Oh, is this who I think it is? Let me double check. Who's the guy that played gypsy guitar? I can't remember right now. Ba-da-da-bum. Stephanie Grappelli plays on here. It's on Crescendo, which is a budget label, but I love that word. But at the Quintet of the Hot Club of France. Django. Yeah, this is Django Reinhardt. I was looking for the last name, Reinhardt. Yeah. 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 I'm closer to the wood area. It's like, okay. I was trying. Here's another Django Reinhardt, which I don't have any Django at the moment. And Django is desirable in itself, so that's really cool. Folks, if you haven't discovered Django, please do. Okay, so I asked who plays guitar, and it looks like Mike plays guitar. I know that Squirreled Away has a guitar, but he did not chime in. Squirreled Away chime. Guitar. Yeah. Okay. So Django. Piano Giants Volume 1, Informal History of Modern Jazz Piano. Ooh. And sometime before the birth in the 40s through the mid-70s. Wow, this looks interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to set this down so I can show you the gatefold. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Don't fall. I'm begging you to stay. It's got a gatefold with a booklet. But check this out. Isn't that neat? So just like a guitar, this is how you tune a piano. Takes a little tool to do that. Yeah. Been playing guitar for 55 years. Started when I was 1. So this is interesting. Let's see who's on here. Thelonious Monk, Duke Ellington, Earl Hines, Art Tatum, Errol Garner. Oh my gosh, you're just George Shearing, Oscar Peterson, Horace Silver. I love playing Horace Silver. One of my favorite jazz guitar, piano players is Bill Evans. Yeah. Let's see if Bill's on here. Ahmed, Jamal, Garland. Bill Evans is on here. Hallelujah. Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea. Joe from Weather Report, Zamnul Zoinol, Keith Jarrett, McCoy Tyner. This is cool. This might be a really good listen. Yeah. No, about 12, 55, 65, 66, 67. Oh, okay. Benny Goodman. He just loved having his photograph taken. Here's a live Benny Goodman. It looks like it's an 80s pressing. It does have a UPC. Yep, 1988. I got a feeling it's one of his earlier shows. Hey, would somebody check and see what year he died? What year did Benny Goodman die? Here's Wild Bill Davison, which I'm not familiar with. It's on Storyville Records. I've had Storyville Records before. But Eddie Condon's on here. So, oh, this is a very interesting cover. It's always something that gets us interested in things. Piano music for parties. So the next time I have a party, I can play this music. Let's see what's on here. It's on the LP label, which is good. Earl Hines, Teddy Wilson, Joe Mellis. Could you imagine being named Buddy Weed? Hey, Buddy. That's awesome. Buddy Weed. Or maybe that's a nickname. He died in '86. Okay, gotcha. So he probably, after he died, probably a lot of things got released, just like with Jimi Hendrix. Wow. Okay, folks, we're getting down to the small stack. Now, I haven't examined any of these records. I hope they're all beautiful. Teddy Wilson plays the great songs composed by the great jazz pianists, and then they wrote. So this shows the songs, and it shows who recorded them or wrote them. Okay, and then he plays them. There's a photograph of him at the piano, and so Teddy Wilson, he's a good player, folks. Yeah. Wow. You know, when you look at those videos, like, I didn't realize, has everything been jazz? Has everything been jazz? Which is not a complaint at all. I love it. But when you look at those videos like BBL, what does that mean, folks? BBL. Oh, Guy Pratt just posted. BBL going to make a phone call. Be back later. Be back later. There you go. When you look at those videos, like those history videos of what's the guy's name? Ken Burns, and they have videos and documentaries. Not only Ken, but a lot of things. And you watch how Fat Waller plays the piano. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Yeah. It's not the size of the stack. Exactly. Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger. Sidney Bechet. He was a good player also. Just so much good stuff, folks. I'm not familiar with Bill Davison. And you guys realize how long it would take me to listen to every one of these records. I just can't do it. But I have listened to Eddie Connon, and I'm familiar with his music. Oh, my stars. All right, folks. If you're going to have jazz records, and there's some jazz records that you're like, well, let's get started with this jazz record, or let's make sure we have this record. And some things I think about would be A Kind of Blue, Love Supreme, Sidewinder. Come on, folks, help me out here. I would say this would be one of the top 10 records to have in your jazz listening library. Concert by the Sea or Earl Gardner. This record is so, so good. And this is an original pressing. Excuse me. I'm going to take a look at it. I've got to check it out. I've got to check it out. Bum, ba-dum, bum. So far, so good. Let's see if it's flat. I think it's acceptable. I got a weight over there on my table. Where's my table? See the weight sitting on top of my table right there? It's shiny. There it is. I put a weight on my records. One thing, if it's got a dish at all, it helps correct it. The other thing, it just adds more stability and more, so you get more substance there. So I would say this is a VG visually, but it'd probably play better just because it's a deep groove. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is awesome, folks. Gosh. You know, when I go live and I do coffee and vinyl, and I have a wonderful body of records to buy back to share everybody, and it's just full of jazz. It's like, what do I do tomorrow? What do I do the next time I go back live? You know, that kind of thing. Let's see, you did get a Holland Preston from me. I don't know if you bought it from me or one of the crate keepers, but yes. Yeah. There you go. Hopefully it sounds wonderful, Donald. Oh, Donald, I remember you now. Hey, I'm going to be up in Wake Forest today, Donald. I got a special chair if you want to come up and hang out, and we can stay 8 feet away and still hang out, listen to stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Donald knows the story. Donald, would you say that this record should be, I don't know. You may not, Donald. I'm not putting you on the spot, but I think this is a top 10 jazz record to have. But I would definitely say it's something that every jazz record library should consider having. Too Much Mustard, early jazz and ragtime dances. Da 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 da. This is a fairly common record. Woo! I was just talking about Fats Waller. Louis Armstrong, tribute to the immortal Fats Waller. Oh, my stars. I might have to take this with me to Wake Forest and play it today. It's on the 6i Columbia. It's a deep groove. I'll take it up to Wake Forest and put on the VPI, put in a new inner sleeve, and play the mess out of this baby today. Absolutely. Oh, hell. It's a jazz classic, and it should be in any collection. It's great. It is great. Every hour you drive is 1 hour closer, Mike. Yeah. Wow. And so I caught this out of the corner of my eye, folks, just now. Can't go wrong with Louis. That is awesome. So what was it? Four Louis Armstrong records I found in that buyback. That, I don't want to say that was worth the entire buyback, but darn it, that's not good to get those records. Absolutely. Okay, Kid Ory, Creo Jazz Band. It's on the GTJ label, which I'm not familiar with at all. Let's see if I can get some clues in here. Oh, Barney Kessel's on guitar. Red Garland's on bass. So, hey, this is already off to a good start. It's got recipes for Crawdad Bisque Creo. Kid Ory in New Orleans by Louis Armstrong. So did Louis write this composition, or did he? He's not on here. He's not on here. Yeah, but Kid Ory and Joe Oliver got together and made this record. Yeah, I probably have to fill out like gas. You have a Toyota. They're excellent on gas. I'm guessing you probably have a Camry, unless you have a truck. My Toyota truck loves the gas. It goes, and I got to drive it to Wake Forest today. Bye, Mike. Have fun. There's another Kid Ory. This was on Verb, which tells me good things. Turk Murphy's Jazz Band. I don't know this one. It's on LP. Here's another Turk Murphy. This is on Roulette, which is a budget label, which I understand was ran by an organized 18-gallon tank. Avalon. Darn. It's cushy. Avalons are cushy. They really are. Yeah. So there you go. I know that I forgot his YouTube name, but Brian has an Avalon. Yeah. When the Saints Go Marching In, Turk Murphy. Oh, here we go. Here's the last one, folks. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Frank Sinatra's got a voice made just for you. He'll sing a song and look for Ava Gardner too. Folks, I think I've shown everything. So I'm definitely take this one to Wake Forest. I'm going to clean it on the VPI and spin it today. And then I got some other things that'll be really cool. So today is Tuesday. I'm going to Wake Forest. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm going to Selma, and I got to take a bin to Selma so I can try to empty this store in Raleigh of some of the bins and clutter to make it easier to walk around. It's not that it's hard to walk around, but with the pandemic, and plus I need to take more records to that town, Selma. Yeah. So wow. Thank you so much for having coffee with me as I talk about vinyl and cassettes and CDs and VHS and a magazine. So it was fun. I appreciate it, folks. I'm looking at some people who would like to join me, like a guest. We can do the show together. Maybe it's one time or every other or occasionally or cool things like that. Yeah. I did say Guy Pratt posted another video. He's been doing some lockdown videos and he's been playing some of the songs that he performed on. And Guy Pratt was on a lot of records that I enjoy. Yeah. I will tell George you said hello. 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 Yeah, absolutely. I'd be glad to. Any final comments before I take off? Cold brew coffee. Hey, good morning, Jerry. Oh, folks, I can't. I gotta open up the box. I still got one box to open up. Darn it, and I bet some people's already left. Darn. Oh gosh, where's my mind? Where is my mind? So, darn. I thought about heading. Let's take a look, folks. Sorry I'm late. It's totally okay. I thought about heading up that way this week too. Are you thinking of heading to Selma, or are you thinking of heading to Raleigh or Wake Forest, Adam? What were you thinking? Oh gosh, how could I forget this, folks? So here we go. I'm going to open up this box right here. I'm still here. Hey, I'm glad you're still here, Alan. Let's see what's in this box. I ordered this a while back, so I don't remember. I ordered a bunch of records last night too. My inventory is getting low, folks. And I say my inventory is getting low, and there's 10,000, but you know, a lot of the. Hey, we all like music, and there's some things we like, and there's some things that sell. And I didn't bring my razor blade, but I was okay. I got a pair of scissors right here. Let's take a look and see what I got here. Alan C. Records. Alan C. Records. Alan, I'm going to Wake Forest, and I'm not driving the Roadster. It's just a sin. But I gotta take the truck so I can carry some stuff up to Wake Forest, and maybe bring some stuff back. But Roadster, I can carry 500 records, but it's okay. Well, here I go. Here I go again. Darn tape. I had a nice drive in this thing. Oh, yesterday, very cool. What's your high temperature now, Alan? What's your high temperature now? I mean, like we've already reached the 90s. Darn. What kind of tape did this person use? Whoa, got it. Well, at least they use protection, folks. All right, here we go. I'm not going to be hard. I promise. Got the box over here. There's only a few records here, folks, but hey, I'll show them to you anyway. Okay. David Lee Roth. I'm sorry. Selma. Oh, cool. Oh, gosh. I'm afraid to go to a matter of record until a while. I'm afraid to go there. Yeah. Drop the top. 80. Yeah, that's cool. Are you ever guilty of riding around in your car with the top back and the air conditioner just flowing? Wing Chun. Wing Chun. A little, looks like somebody had a sticker there or something they removed. But unfortunately, we don't have to play that part of it. Earth, Wind, and Fire, the best of. I love their Egyptian symbols that they put in here. I guess some of it could be related to, yeah, Egypt, Africa, yeah. This is Journey. Steve Taylor. Yes, 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 yes. Barry White. I got good enough of your love, baby. I like Barry White. I like the Love and Unlimited Orchestra also. This is Styx. Yeah. Folks, if you're looking at a cool outfit for this weekend, here you go. There's some suggestions. You like the, what is it? Neil Sean is on that record. You do it too, Alan. You turn on the air conditioner. Even at 80? David Lee Roth, that's a good record with Neil Sean on there playing. Please do. Yeah. This is Def Leppard. Spiromania! Now, this is the last one, folks. I said that before. Oh. So this is Willie Nelson's first record. I don't think he was really interested in golf that day. Yeah, it's got tape on the side right here, folks, and on the bottom. Yeah. But this is his first record. It's got Sweet Memories on here. Yeah, yeah. I've had this record twice before, and here I am again. Produced by Chet Atkins and Felton Jarvis. But look how cool Willie is. And folks, I still say, I can't find it. Oh, darn. Wrong time not to find it. Willie Nelson for president, folks. Willie Nelson for president. That's what we need. But yeah, this is really cool. It's a reissue, but it's his first record, which is which you just don't see very often. Oh, good. It's flat. Thank God. Yeah. So there you go, folks. Yeah. All right. I can finally say, yes, I love this. I love that Styx record too. I love Styx. It's a 78 release. Yeah. I love, but it was originally released in 66 or something, I think. 66. I can't remember right now. Yeah. But yeah, I love Styx. I love Styx. I like it. I mean, when they got into Kilroy and the theater, I kind of lost a little bit of interest, but you know, the progressive stuff, the synthesizer stuff, I really like. Yeah, that is his first record. It's awesome. It's amazing to see. Absolutely. Yeah, so there we go, folks. Hey, I appreciate everybody stopping by. It's so good to see everybody. Enjoy my coffee. Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna put my email address in, and please feel free to reach out to me. I gotta update my YouTube about page. And when you go to someone's channel, you get there's an about. So anyway, Alan, you're gonna put a link to your channel in. So people can check out your cool videos. Alan loves 7 inches, and I do too. Kiss! Tom, how are you, sir? Yeah. So Tom, Richard Dolan was not here today, and gosh, he missed all this wonderful Paul McCartney stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't have any Paul McCartney. I was just teasing Tom. What he said. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not sure how to do that. Well, so what you want to do is log into your YouTube, Alan, and then click on videos, and then go to the top where your URL is and copy that, and then put it in the comments. If it doesn't work in the comments, you can text it to me and I'll put it in real quick. I think everybody has my phone number on speed dial, or they either have it memorized, but here we go. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, gotta share the love, folks. I'll be interested. That is so cool. I was so happy to get that Willie Nelson record. It's not showing up on YouTube. Why is it not showing up on YouTube? Showing up on Facebook, but not YouTube. Yes, it did. Okay, great. It just shows up in different comments. So like I'm on StreamYard right now, and StreamYard is being broadcast on Facebook. And then over here I have comments for StreamYard. And then I open up YouTube and I did the pop-out chat, which I have to mute the audio so I don't have double audio or echo. And then over to my left, even though it's backwards, I have the pop-out chat from YouTube that I can monitor and as well as mod. Yeah, so the other thing, Alan, see if I make you a moderator, you can definitely you definitely can put it in the chat. Yeah, Tom, thank you for joining us. Hope you and yours are doing well. I did go on a little later today, Tom, with you in mind. Rather than 8, I went on at 8:30, and if I need to, I'll do 9. But as much as I can, Tom, I'm going to get back to doing coffee and vinyl. I really missed it. And yes, absolutely. And like I said earlier, I'm looking for people who like to join me and guest, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, hang out with me and talk so we can all talk about records and drink coffee and cool things like that. So yeah, if you're watching this on the playback, I hope you're having a blast on it. If you made it this far, bonus points to you. What time do you plan? I plan all the time to be in Wake Forest today. Well, my goal is 11 a.m., but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's my goal. But which means I probably should be on the road in 20-25 minutes. And I think I've got most everything gathered for Wake Forest. And today's recycle day, so I'm gonna have to put some recyclables in the truck. And then I have to put a couple other things. But I think I'm pretty much ready to take off to Wake Forest. I got some bags packed at the door. I got to pull some eBay sales and package those up. And I printed the labels already. I had 2 sales overnight. So when I came in this morning, I was able to print these 2 right here. So they're going to be going out today. And yeah. Squirrel, you're welcome to make an appointment for Wake Forest. Or yeah, and we're just all being flexible as we can with 20-minute shopping window. So I'm scheduling. It's not that I'm scheduling, but if you get there, you call, and if it's free, you can walk in then. If not, you have to wait for the person shopping to finish it. But if you're in the shop and there's nobody waiting or there's nobody scheduled, you can extend it by up to 30 minutes. And then I like to clean up, wipe things down that people may have touched. Surfaces. So anyway, I'm gonna take off. Alan, we got to figure out how to get you your link up here so that people can go visit your channel. and cool things like that. Actually, if I go to Alan's channel right now, I can at least share one video that he's done, and then you can look at the video. Alan C Records. Alan, would the C stand for cool? What does C stand for? Alan Cool Records. Alan C Records. Alan Cool Records. You were one of my I subscribed to you. Let's see if I can find you that way. Alan. I don't know, Alan. I don't know what the C stands for. Alan Cooking Records. Dang, it looks like Mark P found a yesterday and today. That's cool. With the baby dolls on the cover. Yeah, I gotta go check out Mark P's channel for that. I'm not finding you quick now, Alan. See if I was. I would go. Dang it, Alan! Why aren't you showing up in my search? Alan C Records, where are you? I'll try it this way. I'm on the top of the world. For some reason, you're just not popping up, Alan. But anyway. Oh, I got a new subscriber, Daryl. Hello, Daryl, whoever you are. Thank you for stopping by. I look forward to checking out your channel too. And folks, I'm getting close to 500 subs, and I'm going to do a contest, and it's going to be your top 500 singers. No, that's what Richard did. It's going to be your top 500 songwriters. No, that's what Richard did. It's going to be your top 500 Paul McCartney songs as approved by Richard Dolan. That's what it's going to be. So until then, I see them records. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to take off, folks. Oh, my channel disappeared. Your channel disappeared? Did it really? I mean, I couldn't find it in a quick search, Alan. I'm sure it's there. Yeah. It's disappeared off my quick search. The Story Sellers was a. Yeah, I think you're right there, Tom. And I don't know if I have all 4 or not, but I got a bunch of them. And well, there's some interesting CDs here. Yeah, so I'm gonna take off, folks. I gotta go to Wake Forest. They're disappeared from my church, that's for sure. But I'm gonna take off and go to Wake Forest and hang out there for a while and make it happen. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Be safe, be careful. Numbers are still going up, folks, and just got a report from CDC that North Carolina death numbers are expecting to increase 800 this month, and that's still scary. And so be careful, be cautious, and be cool. All right, take care, folks. Thank you so much. Yeah.